See, it's in the blood, man. If my little one was up here right now, she needed a nap in the worst way. She'd be trying to take shots of ours.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Cece, you want to tell them what you're taking a shot of with us? It's Clamato tomato juice. Yum.
Yeah.
I am going to be doing a Chica Cheetah Heco. This is Spanish. It's peanut butter tequila. I'm not going to try and pronounce this crap.
That even
And
looks like the other
I got,
one. Yeah.
oh, yeah. I got vodka and pickle juice because Tyler's weird.
Yeah, you say I'm weird until you try that, and you'll be like, oh my god, you're such a genius.
I've got grapes gone wild and buzzball.
And I'm doing a peach chiller buzzball. So, folks, we're doing some shots here. I don't know where this is going to end up in the episode, beginning and middle, somewhere in there. But we're knocking out some shots, celebrating our 1 year, because not only is it a celebration for us to be able to do this for a year, but for our families to put up with us doing this for a year. This is really
Yep.
So it's easy.
Hey,
for
can
us.
I just mention,
So,
we've done at least 2 shots every episode for 52 episodes. That is over 200 shots we have done on this show.
not
Not
That's
counting
over
beers.
100.
are we like
200 for
saying,
each. Like, counting goals.
200 combined?
4 per shot.
Oh, duh.
You're
I
not
thought you
good at
meant
math.
per person. I was like, what?
No.
I was like, that's not how math works. Were you saying like 200 combined? Because at first I was meant like 200 each, and I was like, no. I mean, yeah, we probably
Wait,
have.
just wait, you gotta take a shot.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
To Kayfabe
Cheers.
Monday, a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. I'm not that upset. That was the easiest tequila shot I've ever done.
You can finish it.
Oh, it wasn't bad.
Oh.
I can definitely still taste the vodka.
Well, yeah, but the pickle juice. How was yours?
Oh,
There
shit.
you go, Stacey.
Good?
Heck yeah.
All right.
All right. Have fun, guys.
Well,
Go play Paw Patrol on the Xbox.
Heck yeah.
See if you can get any farther than I got.
Say bye, Dad.
Thank you.
thank you for doing that.
That was seriously the best tequila shot I've ever had. Holy shit. I want to put these guys over because I hate.
But to get over this cold, I asked Marissa. I was like, "Hey, will you make my bloody a little bit like spicier this time?" Because I
Yeah.
was like, I am struggling. I need to clean this out. So this one has spicy pickle vodka in it. I haven't
Oh, there
tried
you
it,
go.
so we're gonna see what happens here.
It'll be good.
Yeah, that's a damn good bloody right there. That's a damn good
There
bloody.
we go. It
Yeah.
seems to be our theme on this show: beers and bloodies and shots.
Yeah. One of these episodes we'll name them beers, bloodies, and booze or something like that. Just have some.
Oh, that's beautiful. We should make sure it's beers, bloodies, and booze, and then kayfabe marks on the back or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or how can we how we could do booze like booing the crowd, like BOOS.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're
And
all
because
shit.
people probably hate you more than they hate me on this show.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I feel no, actually, you're probably right. Like I would say most of the time, people probably hate my takes more than yours, but that's just because people can't wrap their head around how right I am. You know what I mean? Except when it comes to picking matches.
Yeah, which you failed again this week, but
Yeah,
we'll
I
get
did.
into it.
Yeah, I did.
52 weeks, 52 episodes, actually over 52 really, but yet another shirt. Claudio Castagnoli. We're repping AEW today, and I have quite a bit of news on AEW this week. Some of it not so good.
Do you recognize this school at all? You shouldn't because you don't have kids that went to school there. But
River Heights
where that
Roadrunners. Is that Menominee?
that's Menominee, man. Yeah.
Is that what we were frothing?
No, that's the middle school we went frothing. This is the elementary
Okay.
school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's elementary school.
I found this shirt and I was like, oh, I got to wear it on the podcast. That's Menominee, babe.
Good times, though. Shout out to Menominee. Menominee, Wisconsin, I miss you. I miss you so much.
Marissa and I were just talking about how I was like, I miss so many parts of Menominee. Not the whole thing, but there was
not the
so
whole
much. There was just it was such a like impactful time of my life. I don't like using that whole like, season thing, but it was just such an impactful time in my life that I mean I've got lifelong friends from that I met up there. You know, my grandparents lived with me up there for a while. It's just there's there was so much that happened up there that was pretty impactful in my
Oh
life.
hell yeah! Yeah, I met you. I
Yep,
met Colton.
yeah. And
Um,
so you know,
I
good
did
and bad.
heroin for the first and only time, which was,
So,
I never did
wh-
that again. That
I
sucked.
I don't know which one's worse. Which one's worse, meeting Colton or doing heroin? So,
The heroin, only by a
okay.
little.
No, I was gonna say it could have been a big gap. Could have been a big gap. Uh, hey, shout out to Colton. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy 24th birthday.
Yeah,
His birthday was this month.
happy
So
29th, 23rd, or whatever. What is he?
20,
He's
20
trying to do the woman thing and say he's 23, right?
it was 20. He said 24th birthday. I'll let him have it. He's looked 12 the entire time I've known him.
That's true. That's
So if he
very
wants to
true.
say 24, he still has to show ID.
Hey,
So
his butthole ears have almost healed up completely.
oh,
You
they
remember
have.
those?
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. Yeah,
Little danglers. One time he let me put my finger in it. It felt so
couldn't have
gross.
done it. Couldn't have done it. No, that was all you. Couldn't
My
have done it.
fingers smelled so bad afterwards.
Oh, that just sounds disgusting. I'm repulsed just thinking about it right now, actually. Oh my God. Like, I just got the chills. You ever get like, some people get it with like broken bones or blood or whatever, but you just get that
Yeah.
like chill, like the goosebump feeling.
Oh yeah.
Or when The Rock lies to you, you know, you just get that goosebump feeling all over. That's that's what I just got. I got that feeling. So,
Oh my god. All right, well let's pop into this. Let's crack a cold one.
yeah.
I
Oh,
feel
I
like
got a
people
special
are
one.
always like curious, like, aren't they already drinking a mixed drink and then they crack a beer while they're drinking the mixed drink and then they do shots while they're drinking beers? This show is a drinking show that we talk about wrestling on. This is not a wrestling show where we drink. This is
Yeah,
a
we're starting to
drinking
learn that.
show
Uh, I think people
that we
just mind
talk
their
about
business.
wrestling on.
Okay. So no, listen, yeah, that's it. It's we started out as a wrestling show and wanted to do that, but then
Yeah.
we just realized really quick, like we both like to get down, man. And if we can get down on a Sunday night, let's get down on a Sunday night, you know?
Oh
So
yeah.
you got the Packer game coming up. We watched part of the Bears game while we were gone.
Did
I'm
they
a Bears
win?
fan. They were winning. Whether they won or not, I don't know. I'm not a, you know me,
Jesus.
I don't follow the shit. But I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. So really quick, Anna loves the Bears. So we went to Applebee's while we were in Pekin because we had to wait for this lady to respond. We were picking up these gifts, these books, and so I was like, hey, let's just go to Applebee's. We don't have one here, and so we go there. We're watching the game. Edna is screaming. We're sitting in like the bar section at the booth. She's screaming, "Go Bears! Go Bears! Go, 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 go!" In the middle of this damn Applebee's. And I'm like, "You're about to get us
I
kicked
bet
out,
everybody
John."
liked it though. You live in
Oh, they were having a
Illinois.
good time. Yeah, they were having a good time. But the other thing I was going to mention is, did you realize that you're playing Marissa this week and I'm playing Cass this week in fantasy football in the
Yeah.
playoffs?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So,
me and Marissa are neck and neck right now. I've been keeping really close
yeah,
tabs on it all day. Dude,
yeah.
I should
I
have
don't.
maybe probably started Jalen Hurts instead of Stafford, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know where we are because again, I am the worst sports fan in the history of sports fans. Like, well, I was telling her, I was like, Tyler needs to get back for the Packer game. And she's like, I just don't understand. I was like, that's because we don't care about football like that. That's the only reason you don't like. I was like, if it was something that you and I cared about, like we would be
Yeah.
feeling the same way. We just don't give a shit about football. So
Yeah,
like,
I bleed green and gold, man.
I know that's what I told her. I was like, this has been this dude's whole life. Like this dude
Whole
just
life.
loves
Look at
football.
this shit.
Yeah,
A fucking 4 on my arm.
yeah.
Thanks, Brett.
I compare it to like there's like certain things that like I don't miss. Like New Year's Eve, we always watch, you know, Christmas Story. On November 5th, I always watch V for Vendetta. There's just like those certain things that like I would move mountains to be able to go do, and
Yeah.
that's what football is for you, for you know,
And
simple
wrestling, but that
concept.
wrestling is that way for both of us. I mean, we
Right.
have cut shows
Yeah,
short to make sure that we made the PLE.
right. Yeah, and there's times where like I'm thinking like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna be able to make it, and like I'm driving back or something like that. You know, I drive all the time, and I'll be like, I throw that shit up on my phone, like while I'm driving and
Yeah,
just have it rolling. So
100%.
yeah, all right,
100%.
all right, let's hop into it. I got a limited release Sam Adams today, old Fezziwig. Rich and spiced winter.
All right, I have my usual Mick Ultra because I'm a Mick Ultra guy.
I was gonna get Mick Ultra.
I'm trying to stay
couldn't find it.
skinny.
I couldn't find it when I was quickly browsing. I was gonna get Mick Ultra today.
Yeah, see, can skinny, so I feel skinny while drinking it. That's their whole selling point.
Well, I did
I
my
actually
other shot.
think it is, but that's what I convinced myself their selling point is, and I don't feel like I'm gaining calories, even though sometimes, after I get past 12, I feel these titties coming back. But,
I mean,
we got to talk about that.
12's a lot.
All right, news and rumors around the wrestling world. First up, the Good Brothers. You know the Good Brothers. Actually, next week I'm going to wear the Good Brothers shirt that I have. I have 2 or 3 of them, actually, but they haven't made an appearance yet on the show, which is crazy to me because I wear them all the time. I have 3 Good Brothers shirts. I have not worn them yet. But again, I'm cycling 140 T-shirts out a week, so
That's crazy.
they'll make an appearance. The Good Brothers said on their Talkin' Shop podcast that they believe a deal can be made with WWE to bring them in for a potential AJ Styles retirement in 2026. And if you didn't catch that on last night's, it's not even a PLE, just special, last night's WWE special, Saturday night's main event, they reiterated again, AJ Styles. And Michael Cole made it sound like Styles is staying through the entirety of 2026, but as far as me and it's not.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens with him. Maybe they work something out just to kind of give him a pseudo Cena run. Nothing. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be on the same level as Cena, and I know some people are disappointed in the Cena run. We'll touch base. I want to touch base.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Well, we're going to talk about it
as a whole, but I can see them giving him like a like baseball players do or basketball, like that Kobe run. Remember when like they had like the retirement tour for like Kobe and some of the others, and every time they went to a stadium, it was a big deal because it was the last time they went in that stadium. I can see that being what AJ does.
Or like when they handed John Elway that Super Bowl he didn't deserve against the Packers.
That too. That Super Bowl cost me 300 push-ups.
I tell you what, the Broncos are getting a beat down today. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't looked at anything. So yeah, I can see that AJ run being pretty good. I mean, to me, and we'll talk about it when we get to the Saturday Night Main Event. I mean, their match was the bright spot of the whole evening. But it's AJ's gonna. I think they're gonna take care of AJ during this year, and I think
they should.
Well, I think they're going to see like what happened with John was less about bad booking and more about how they wanted to tell the story, and they'll see it because AJ's going to get a really good send off, and it'll be about the story he wants to tell when he's done.
I listened to John Cena on Joe Rogan last week. I listened to him on Chris Van Vliet last week, and I listened to him on what else was he on? Was he on Sam Roberts or he was on a third podcast?
I think it was Sam Roberts.
It's Sam Roberts or whatever it was. This dude. Okay, first off, it's the loosest I've ever seen John Cena when he was on Joe Rogan. So I'm like, you guys do a little something before the show started? But he was still very tight-knit. He's so tight-knit. He like, every response he has isn't a fucking answer. I don't care what anybody says. He doesn't answer questions.
He's very political. He makes sure that there's no way, shape, or form. The Rock does it too. They make sure that there's no way, shape, or form that you can pin them down one way or another on an exact feeling. It's a smart PR move. I mean, it's incredible because when have you ever? The last like John Cena controversy was that they felt he was spending too much time in China. Like that's the biggest controversy that John Cena has ever had. So. It's
if you go to David Otunga's YouTube channel, just titled David Otunga, he released a YouTube video about 4 days ago now. I just watched it yesterday, but he talked about his entirety of his entire career and how it was with Cena, and it doesn't shine at Cena in such a great light until the end, and it's almost like and I know David can feel any way he wants because those are his feelings.
Right.
But what I took away from it is Cena was protecting the business in those situations when he had Husky Harris Bray Wyatt sent back down to FCW, and when he told David Otunga, like, you're never going to make it here. I think he's trying to light a fire under asses. You guys aren't ready to be here, which they weren't. And when they came back, David Otunga, I don't know if you remember, but David Otunga and Cena actually had a couple good matches back in like 2012. And we got Bray Wyatt out of Husky Harris going to FCW for 2 years.
Yeah.
So was it really that bad, or was he just being exactly what Taker and Angle and everybody else was to Cena when he was the prototype coming up?
Yeah. And it's I think it's one of those things that it's like, leaders lead differently. Some leaders are very, motivational. They wanna pump you up all the time. Some leaders understand that you gotta sometimes break people down to build them up. And some are just abusers, and they just abuse their leadership position. And I think you've dealt with that before.
Yeah, like at my job
So
right now, where I still don't know if I have
yeah,
one Monday when I go
yeah.
back.
So there's different types of leaders, and I think that like John, like myself, especially when I was at Straightforward, was a very company minded leader. He was like, look, I need to do right by the company because that's what they have trusted in me and given me the power to do. And I need to do right by the people that I'm managing because they are trusting me to do a good job. And so I think John was always caught in that in between of I need to do right by the company because that's who pays me. That's who they're my boss, and I got to do right by these people that I work with every day because they're the only way that I'm going to be successful. And so, him driving the most out of people, he did it quietly. It was very maybe more Michael Jordan than Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was a very loud leader, in your face,
Oh, these stories I heard, he was berating people in the
but
locker
privately
room
though. But privately, and that's the
in
thing.
front of everybody.
But I'm saying like privately in the
Oh,
business.
not in front of the crowd, not in
Not
front of the
yeah.
public. Yeah,
Not
yeah, I get you, I
publicly,
get you.
not
Yeah.
he's not throwing people under the bus in interviews or things like that. And that's very like Jordan was somebody who was very like, I'm gonna ream you out in practice. Whereas like a Kobe was like, I will ream you out where you mess up. So it's like you mess up in a game, it's happening right here in the game. That's more of like a Randy Orton. Randy Orton would give you a receipt right there in the ring. Whereas John
Oh,
would
yeah.
take it to the back, and we're gonna have this conversation in the back. I don't think either is wrong. I think that they're just different types of leaders. So yeah, maybe
I
Otunga's
urge
favorite spot was
everybody.
John Cena. That's
I
all.
urge everybody to go to David Otunga's YouTube and just check it out. See what you
Yeah,
guys depict out of it.
yeah.
PW Insider says CM Punk missed Raw because he's filming a movie for Netflix. So theories that he's been missing shows because of Larry's passing are false because I saw it all over Twitter. He's getting bereavement for a dog. It's like, so what if he is? I have a dog and I look at it like my third kid. Don't be a dick.
Yeah,
But he wasn't.
yeah,
He's filming a movie.
right. Yeah, I mean, I've always been the one who's like, oh man, it's a dog. But when I lost my pup when we moved down here, it was hard, man. It was hard.
Yeah,
So, I hadn't really experienced that yet, so it was hard for me to talk. But those who talk shit about it haven't experienced it. So, or they're just
exactly.
cold people. So,
Yeah, or farmers. They seem to
yeah,
not have any emotion about animals either.
yeah,
I
that's true.
wonder why. WrestleVotes says AJ Lee is indeed planned to be in the Women's Royal Rumble match in Saudi Arabia next year. So if anybody was wondering with her part-time schedule, which we all knew when she signed, she was not going to be a full-time talent. But
Right.
she
Yeah, we
will
talked
be at
about
the
that.
Rumble,
Yeah.
allegedly.
I I feel like they need to start making the Rumble mandatory almost, where it's like you need to be available for this to be on the roster because I think sometimes uh, lately it's been running a little flat, and then as you know, and I've said
Yeah.
multiple times, the Royal Rumble is my absolute favorite PLE. It's to me, it's the kickoff of everything. But the last few years, it's been real flat, and you can only bring back so many people, you can only have so many surprises. But I haven't gotten like a Kofi spot in a while where he's jumping around trying to save the
Yeah, what
ring.
happened with that? That was an every
It's
year
just
thing.
yeah, him and Naomi, they were both doing it, and now it just feels like it's an afterthought. Maybe they thought people got bored of it, but I think it's amazing. It was amazing every time.
Oh,
So,
I loved it.
yeah, I think they need to have all hands on deck, and the 30 best women and the 30 best men that can put on the best show need to be available for that. So,
I agree.
yeah.
According to Fightful, it's unclear exactly what will happen to WWE's deep library after the Peacock deal ends in 2026, but there is an expectation that plenty of content will be called or what? Oh, rolled. I'm bad at writing. Rolled onto YouTube, which they already have been adding quite a bit onto YouTube,
Yeah.
more than they usually do on the WWE Vault. But I don't
Yeah.
want it there. I want, and this is why I started collecting DVDs again, because it's so edited, it's so
Yeah.
censored, it's so just, it's not.
Well,
You're
it's
screwing with art.
revisionist
Like, what if
history.
I drew a mustache on the Mona Lisa? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's revisionist history is what they're doing. It's the same thing that they do in history books. It's let's look back on this and take everything out that we don't think plays well now.
Yeah.
But I think it should go on Netflix. I hope Netflix gets it because
Yeah, that'd be great.
you know, that'd be great. Just put it all up on Netflix, give them their own little section, and just like Peacock did, and just like or
Yeah.
ESPN. I'd be
And
fine with
don't edit it.
ESPN. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't edit it. That I agree. That's why Netflix would be the best place because they don't really have those SEC guidelines and
No.
things like that as much as like an ESPN or Peacock or
Or
some of those
Peacock.
others have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, 'cause, I
So
mean, I'm fucking 32 years old. I can handle somebody getting hit in the head with a chair. I promise.
they're
I'm
not worried
not gonna
about you.
fucking think.
Yeah, they're
I
not worried about
guess.
you though. They're worried about our kids. I mean, it's and I agree, but I also, as a parent, I would like a little bit of credit and autonomy to be like, hey, I'm gonna not let my kids watch these things, or if I'm
Yeah.
gonna let them watch these things, I'm gonna explain to them, you don't go to school and hit a kid with a chair. This is this
Right.
is sports entertainment. This is pro wrestling. This is you don't. That's not for
Yeah.
you to do. But I
Seriously,
do
it is.
understand
It's
that.
on the parent. It's not on wrestling. It's
Yeah,
not on AEW. It's not on WWE. It's not on TNA. It's not on whatever one. If your kid is
we
going somewhere and hitting somebody else in the head with a chair and saying, "Well, I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin do it," that's on the parent. That is not on
yeah
the
we just
company.
we unfortunately live in a world where everybody's afraid to get sued all the time, and so they have to like go to the lowest common denominator and say, what's the worst thing that could happen here? Protect us from that, and it's
Yeah.
just that's what they're doing, and I get it, but it does suck. At least give me on Netflix. My kids on their profile cannot access certain things. Give it to me on an
Yeah.
adult only profile. That'd be fine.
Thank
Or put it
you.
on Disney.
Yes.
Put it on Disney with an adult only profile. That's fine. They do it now. Marvel's only available on my Disney. It's not available on my kids' Disney because some of those are PG-13 and above. So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. There are
so
ways around this.
yeah, they can make it happen.
According to Brian Alvarez, WWE has multiple people under the mask as the mystery man, helping the Vision as an effort to throw people off. No shit.
Frustrates me.
I'm getting
Frustrates me
frustrated
that
too,
Brian
and I have
Alvarez.
more on this. I can actually add.
Yeah, go ahead.
Despite speculation about Montez Ford being the masked mystery man who helped the Vision on this week's Raw, Brian Alvarez was told specifically that it was not Montez Ford. He was also told it wasn't Austin Theory. Well, it was obviously not Austin Theory. But
Yeah.
so if that's right, and that was my guess, I thought it was Montez on Raw.
Yeah. I keep hearing Ricky Saints too, but here's the thing that I'm hoping, right? I would like to see. Well, I stole this. This is something I saw, and it was so far the best theory that I think it's a pipe dream. I'm not going to give WWE this much credit. They're not that. They're not going to give into that much of a creative storyline. But I saw something that says that all of those masked men are different people, and it's going to be released that they're different people because and they're gonna drag this out till WrestleMania when Seth can come back, and it'll be a Seth-led faction of these people who are working against them, working against everybody else, kind of like a Dark State or Retribution or something like that, but a little bit better. So
Hmm.
I would love to see that.
Interesting
I'm
take.
not going to give them credit. I don't think that they're going to pull the trigger on something like that, but I think that'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Logan Paul said on his YouTube channel, because he's a YouTuber podcast, that he was supposed to team up with Travis Scott in a trios match, and the rapper didn't show up on the day the match was supposed to be announced. He thinks that's why WWE cut all ties with Travis Scott abruptly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, well, didn't we call it already? Didn't like we found out that he no-showed, but it wasn't for sure. Well, now we hear it right from the horse's mouth. Like, yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't show up.
yeah. When the goat speaks, we got to listen. And
Yeah.
but yeah,
Fightful
no, I
Select
mean I
says,
agree with that. Yeah.
Fightful Select says German indie company WXW didn't love WWE not giving them more of a heads up on Leon Slater being listed at Saturday night's main event, meaning he would have to pull out of what they felt was one of their biggest shows of the year. TNA, however, feels very positive about their continued partnership with WWE. I heard there was going to be some backlash because Leon Slater did have to cancel a couple different dates because of Saturday night's main event. But yeah, I could get the company being upset that they didn't have a heads up. I'm sure they've been promoting it and everything else, and now all of a sudden you got a shuffle. But it's the name of the game. You got the big
I was
boys
gonna
and you got the
say,
little boys. And
I was gonna
who's going
say
to win?
if I'm bartending at Applebee's and the MLB gives me a call and they say they need me here, I'm sorry guys, I'm calling in for my next shift. So
Exactly.
like, it's you gotta. This is such a great opportunity for Leon Slater, and again, I think and I'm kind of spilling the lead on this a little bit. I believe that that was the best. I was most excited for that match, and I thought it lived up to the hype. And it was just such a great opportunity for him um, that it would be foolish for him to go wrestle in Germany when he could do that.
100%. No, you have to take that opportunity. You have to. Leon Slater is not in the wrong whatsoever with that decision.
No, no, no.
In response to speculation, the LA Knight beatdown on Raw was a write-off, similar to Ricochet's last year. Fightful Select reached out to WWE sources and was told Knight has years left on his WWE deal that he signed in 2024. The Vision's assault on Knight was, quote, a standard story beatdown, end quote. WWE
Yeah,
plans to use later. So anybody,
that
and I saw that going rampant, and I
it's
knew that
stupid.
LA had signed already. So what?
He'll be out till Rumble. That's it. Like it's not a big like if he's out for a while, it'll be Rumble or right after Rumble. He'll be back, and maybe they want him out of the Rumble because they don't want to deal with people being mad that he didn't win it. So they beat him down to get him away from there, and because he's gonna build some other, storyline leading
Yeah,
up to WrestleMania. They don't want him involved in that main event picture. Because you have LA Knight in the Rumble, you got to have him the last 4 or 5 people. He has to be in the
yeah.
top 4 or 5. And if they do that and they have him in the top 4 or 5, they don't have him over again. It's going to become a carrying cross situation really quick, and I don't think WWE wants that.
No, I could even see him coming back as early as Elimination Chamber as like the last
Yeah,
participant.
for sure. Yep, something like that. It'll just be after, like either after the Rumble, I would say after. I'd say after the Rumble is probably when they're gonna
You're
do
gonna say after? Okay.
it.
Uh, Brian Alvarez said Jack Perry actually hurt his ankle in the Continental Classic match against Okada this week on Dynamite and thought it might be broken. However, Jack apparently felt better in the back later, and it looks like he's going to be fine, but it's a severely rolled ankle.
Huh? You know whose ankle isn't hurt? John Moxley's.
Oh, you know
Have
who
you
else
seen that?
isn't? CM Punk's
Uh,
ankle feels fine right now.
I bet it does. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video of Mox and is it Takahata?
No.
You haven't seen that? All right, I'm gonna try to splice it in here in this moment, but it's literally
Okay.
have you ever seen the veteran Jack Vaughn on any of the Twitters or anything? Anyway, he went to slam it against the barricade. He was sitting in a chair and it was like one of those like mats barricades, and he smacked his hand against it as he was doing it, and it was like an obvious like he was slapping the barricade to make the noise,
Oh my
and he had to
God.
Yeah, and like so all the stuff I saw was like you guys can go through real glass, but you can't take an ankle bump. So Moxie's ankle's fine. So
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
he should. If I Mox though, I come out at my next appearance in like a boot. I definitely because this has been everywhere. If I'm him, I come in a boot with crutches, and I'm really playing up how bad my ankle hurts.
Oh
I
my
would just
God.
run with it.
I'm gonna have to see this now.
Yeah, I think
Alvarez also mentioned that MJF is finished with his movie commitments and has been backstage at AEW events. He's expected to return to AEW programming next week in Manchester for the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal at Holiday Bash. We haven't had news on MJF for a hot minute. Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
he's so good, man. So good.
He is. Insider says that Natalia and Kevin Owens will be featured as coaches on season 3 of LFG on AND.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm
And I
100%.
love it.
I didn't watch season two. I didn't watch season two.
I want to
I
know
love
who
season
they're
one.
replacing then, because I know Natalia is replacing Michelle McCool. I knew that for sure. But who is Kevin Owens
Maybe,
replacing? Is
maybe
Baker not
Bully
doing it
Ray.
this year? Maybe
Maybe
Bully
Bully Ray.
Ray?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I can see Kevin Owens being a good replacement for Bully Ray. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Fightful Select. Oh, this one's... Ooh, I might want to save that one for last. I'm going to save that one for last. I got 2 more left, and then we'll start on Saturday night.
We wouldn't know. It's your world.
According to BodySlam.net, WWE is planning to give the SmackDown roster a boost for the upcoming change back to a 3-hour format. And WWE is apparently aware that the show desperately needs help with talent and creative.
I forgot about the 3-hour format. I don't know. I've been really enjoying the show so far, so I have no complaints. I mean, I understand.
I think they're already starting the boost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's been Cena heavy, and I think now there's some real intriguing storylines they can dig into, and I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be just fine.
I have faith.
Yeah.
All right, this story
I don't know why
is a
we have
doozy.
faith. It's not like they haven't let us down every other time we've had faith, but we still do.
I know.
We keep showing up.
It's like a religion, but it's wrestling.
But it's like it's a cult, is what it is. We are in a cult.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's like there is no. This is gonna be one of those. I said the word cult, so this is gonna be one of those 99 like viral things that the thing tries to get me to use. But yeah, there's nothing else. I mean, we just keep going back to the trough for more and more and more. And both of us, I think, have both started to realize the the holes that are in the WWE game, and we're going and finding some of those fillers other places, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, you've been getting more into NXT. I've been digging more into some of the indie wrestlers and indie promotions. I've followed so many over the last week.
Oh, me too.
Just getting inundated with this stuff, and I am loving it. It's on all of my platforms. It might save my social media. I might end up staying on social media past the first because I have just been overwhelmed with incredible, amazing wrestling that is not WWE or AEW or TNA or any of that stuff. So, but I think we're starting to fill those holes.
Shout out to Big Trouble Ben Bishop, by the way, because he really, him and Phil Stamper really pulled me into that world of indie wrestling. And
yes, yeah, absolutely.
I think most people would think that Matt Cardona would get a lot of the credit, but for me personally, it's Phil Stamper and it's fucking Big Trouble, Ben Bishop.
Phil and Big Trouble, yeah, they definitely have. And I think it's helped having Matt Riddle and Killer Cross not in the WWE because I follow them a little bit more. Matt Riddle, because I just want to see. I'm just here for the crash out on Matt Riddle. I'm just here for when that dude absolutely loses his mind. But him and Karrion just had a match yesterday. So, but yeah,
I messaged Karrion, and because somebody on Joe Rogan's Twitter page or whatever did the baseball bat thing. He did three baseball bats and put it under his arm and snapped them. And I was like, hey, Killer Cross, somebody's trying to steal your gimmick. You might want to post 4 baseball bats. Take it back.
And he will. He could. He absolutely would.
Of course he could.
But no,
He's a monster.
it's definitely it's been freeing, and some of the people that I have followed on TikTok and some of these other places, are very anti WWE, and we're not anti WWE or AEW or any of
I'm not anti
that.
anybody. I'm not a
No,
tribalist.
no, no. But we do primarily watch the WWE, but that's mostly because we're both parents and have full-time jobs, and we can't commit the time to following everybody all the time. But I
Oh
have seen
God,
so
I
many great
try.
people, and I try, yeah, for sure. In any free time I have, I'm generally watching wrestling content somewhere. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all. I'm
Yeah.
just,
All right, we're gonna get a little spicy.
I'm ready for it.
Fightful Select says Sarah Stock's claims about corruption and negligence in AEW were a major talking point backstage this week. A source in AEW says some parts of her criticisms are true, like certain
So,
talent not getting picked up at airports. It sounds like some AEW stars have their travel arrangements worked into their contracts. The talent who handle their own travel allegedly are reimbursed later. But those were not her only concerns. Those are just the ones they're confirming were real.
so really two quick things. One, if that's the case, like get it in your contract then. But two, fill us in. I don't know that I know what she said. I don't think I saw that. I didn't clock to that. So what kind of stuff did she allege?
Same shit that I bitch about at my job. Favoritism,
Okay, yeah, all right,
like that.
yeah.
But I mean, it's
Just yeah,
that's that's just a job. It's
correct. I was gonna
that's a
say
job.
I absolutely love my job. You and I have talked about that multiple times. But I got things all the time where I'm like, damn, I really like we were just talking. I really hate that I travel as much as I do, and I don't travel as much as other people in my job. Like I'm pretty well taken care of in that sense. But I just don't like to
Yeah.
travel. I don't like to be away from my family. Um, so we all got stuff we can complain about. Everybody does.
I mean, somebody at my job right now who's not going to be named is under an investigation for writing. This company doesn't care about your families, our families, whatever it was,
Yeah.
because our company is making us work on Christmas Eve. And apparently, there's a big investigation, and they're looking at cameras and everything else. But I mean, if you fire that person, whoever wrote it, aren't they kind of right? Because now you just fired somebody this close to
Right before
Christmas, so
Christmas. Yeah.
aren't you kind of justifying exactly what they just said? I'm curious to see how
We'll,
this plays out.
we'll report back. We'll report back on how that went. I was a little dialed in on Friday to see how that was going to end up, but
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
we'll
from
report
what I
back.
heard, allegedly this
Yeah.
whoever it is has never signed a non-disclosure agreement with that company. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll report back.
All right, let's take a shot and hit up Saturday night's main
Yeah.
event and get the hell out of here.
Some spicy stuff requires a shot, of course.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, guys, this isn't Fightful Select, all right? We're not just going to spew bullshit to spew bullshit. We are going to bring you the cold, hard facts when we have them. And when that person either gets fired or they don't, we'll let you know. Next week will be a good
Oh,
telling. Next week will tell us
something
all
tells
we
me
need to
I'm going
know.
to be the first to know.
I will. All I'm saying is next week we will have that answer. That answer will be
Yeah.
available
Oh yeah.
by the time we record next week. That answer may be available before this episode comes out. All right,
I
just so
know.
we're
Yeah.
clear. We'll see. We'll see. But
Oh.
as for now, he who shall not be named, I'm
Or
assuming to
she.
him. Or she. I'm
Or
sorry.
she.
Oh, he or she who shall
We're
not be
not
named.
assuming right now.
We're gonna cheers. We're gonna cheers to that person for taking down
I got
for letting them know who they are.
Jesus. Tullamore Dew? Tullamore Dew?
Oh, that's the whiskey. That's Irish whiskey. That's who my dog is named after.
Oh, well, perfect. Do you know what
Tul-
this is? Is this a good shot or
Yeah,
not?
I absolutely love Tullamore Dew. I absolutely love it. Tule is named after Tullamore Dew.
Smells good.
It's Irish. And I'm doing Tito's because this is what real Bloody Marys are made out of.
Oh,
Not that Amsterdam shit we did last week. So
I love New Amsterdam. That's what I'm drinking
yeah,
in mine right now is New Amsterdam. See, look at that. This is bigger than a shot glass, God damn it! I knew they were giving me more.
I chugged down that entire bottle of New Amsterdam this week because I was like, I want it out of this house.
I love it.
I
Oh,
got
good.
I got rid of all of it. Gone.
Bottle's fancy. Like, it's bad vodka
I
if
do
it's
like
in
the
a
bottle.
plastic bottle. That's glass.
I do like the bottle. Taka, you mess with a Taka, that's in the plastic bottle.
We're not talking about taco
And
right
I have looked for Taka at all the liquor stores that I go to here, and I don't know if like that's only available if like
They
there's
quit
like
carrying it here, too. They got New
I
Amsterdam back.
I was gonna say I'm wondering if a median income is too high for an area, they don't stock Taka. So like
No,
I'm just wondering if
it
that's why
might
they
be.
get rid of it.
We're never
That's
being
why we don't
sponsored
have
by
it.
Taco now. Never.
No, never,
Never
and
get
that's
that
okay.
sponsor.
I don't know that we need that. I don't think we need that connotation of us being
Could they even
sponsored by
pay us
Taka.
anything? I think they just
In
pay us in
vodka,
taco.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Taka, which I mean, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay if they wanted to
I'll
pay us
take
in
it.
Taka.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
I'll
Oh,
take New Amsterdam if it's free. So,
oh, I like New
uh,
Amsterdam, goddammit.
I'm Tito's. Tito's. This thing costs more than the damn bottle of Taka, like the pack that I got.
That's true. I would believe that.
So,
All right. Well, here's some
uh,
whiskey that I have to shoot down with extra whiskey. So here's to
yeah, I forgot my
Saturday night's
shot
main
glass.
event and whatever the fuck we thought about it.
All right, and to Tula Mordu.
Oh yeah, totally. You know what my problem is? Is when I do a shot.
I feel like when you come out of a shot with a revelation, that's a hell of a shot. So go ahead, go ahead.
Is I don't drink it. I put it all in my mouth and let it coat my entire
Absolutely your
tongue,
problem.
and then I swallow it.
Absolutely your problem. Yeah, no, you've nailed it. That is your problem. Yeah. If it's
This
not like
this is delightful. This is a good one though. I don't mind
it's a
this,
good
but I
one.
just realized like last week when I almost puked, I'm
Yeah,
like, oh well, maybe if I don't let it sit on my fucking tongue for 8 seconds, maybe I'd be okay.
that's correct. You're correct. Yeah, so my dog is named Tuli after Tula Mordu, and my cat is named Windsor after Windsor.
Oh
So
God, I wonder what.
yeah.
Whiskey.
Well, the crazy thing is Windsor is probably the Taka of whiskeys, but they don't have. So I was a fanatic of whiskey black cherry. I'm sorry, Windsor black cherry. And I
Okay,
have not seen it anywhere outside of Wisconsin. So
really,
uh, whenever
I
because
really
you know
like
I travel.
blackberry brandy.
No, that's good. Yeah, I like black cherry brandy, but this is specifically Windsor black cherry whiskey, and it's Canadian whiskey, and it's cheap. It's normally like $17, between like 17 and $20, somewhere in that range, um,
Yeah.
for a gallon for the big bottle. And so it's and I've never found it. You know me, I travel. I travel through all these states, and I have not found it anywhere else. So every time I go
Wow.
back to Wisconsin, like I will for Christmas, I go to like Woodman's or something, and I pray that I find some black cherry. Or Shane, my buddy who he now lives on the Illinois side, but he's still up there in the Wisconsin state line area.
What is
Um,
Beloit?
that's where we're from. Yeah, it's Beloit. Um, and so whenever he will sometimes, if he's coming down here, he'll buy me like a case of Windsor Black Cherry for like 100 and some odd bucks and bring
Wow.
it down, and then I just have a case of it for it lasts me like 3 weeks because I go through it because I love it. So six bottles, 6 gallons, 175 liters of Black Cherry
Jesus.
whiskey will last me like 3 weeks if I get a hold of it because I love it. So I try to stay away from it.
I mean, I love drinking. So
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten better. I've gotten better at policing it a little bit. I don't drink in the morning most of the week. So
yeah, well, I don't drink in the morning at all, but I mean, you know
I
what
drink
it
with the
is? I
folks'
think
birthday.
some people can drink and some people just can't. Like
Yeah,
they just
that's
can't
true.
handle it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's called
Like
moderation, people.
like I'm the kind of guy who will do a shot before going to the grocery store, but that's not because I want alcohol. That's because I don't want to hurt you. Like I know
Yeah.
what I'm going to be going through at this grocery store, like sensory wise and all this
Social
other stuff.
anxiety.
And it's a high anxiety. So I'll take a shot before I go into the store, along with my anxiety pen over here, we'll call it.
Yeah, I
And
almost threw hands with somebody at Walmart yesterday because like I was Cassie and Cece went to get groceries and I broke off to go buy some Christmas presents real quick, put them in the trunk, and then meet back up with them.
smart,
Those
smart.
toy aisles were thank you because it was I called that audible as we walked in and she's like, "That's a good idea." I was like, "I know,
Yeah,
I
that's
came up
good.
with it."
That's solid. That's solid.
But I'm in this aisle, and this dude will not get the fuck out of my way. And I said, "Excuse me," and he just looked at me and then went back. So I walked past him. I was like, "I said, fucking excuse me." Like, dude, if he were, I'm Midwestern. We say excuse me and thank you. And if you just look at me like I'm an asshole, it's gonna get bad. Just give me the
Can I scooch
respect
through that,
back. If I
buddy?
gave you respect and you're not giving it back, jail's not that bad in the Midwest, motherfucker. It ain't.
Listen, no, it's not. My daughter and I will have a staring contest when I hand her something and she doesn't say thank you. I'm like, no, no, we're here until I get a thank you. I got up from my seat to go
Yeah.
get that for you. You can at least thank me. And so now it's to the point where she knows, thank you. She hits that thank you. And if I say thank you, she says, you're welcome. And she's two. She's two. She can handle it at two. Not even two yet. She'll be two in
Right.
January. And so if she can handle it, you can handle it. Say please, thank you, excuse me,
100%.
yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
It's not. And I'm not even saying I would have kicked his ass. He'd have probably choke slammed me through the fucking aisle. But
He would
I'm still fucking mad.
he
It's
would have known he
bullshit.
was in a fight though. That's what I said. Like you may beat me, but you
At
were
least
gonna know.
that.
You would know that day.
Yeah.
You will know.
And it just like and I have social anxiety really bad.
Hmm.
Like it's bad.
Yeah.
Crowds of more than like 12 people and I'm not at work. Work is different. Work
Yeah.
is work. But if I'm in like
I'm even at work.
I got a lot of people around, I feel like I'm being like claustrophobia is what it feels
Yeah.
like to me.
Yeah.
And I'm in these
Yeah,
aisles
it's
with
being
like 9
enclosed.
people and I'm trying to get the specific fucking Barbie. Dude, please. I say excuse me, fucking can you please help me out? Because I'm already like amped up, my blood pressure's through the roof, and you can't even fucking
feel you,
move,
man.
but you look at me and know I said
You
something.
acknowledge it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you're like I'm a
Anyway,
big
let's
dude.
get into
You're
Saturday
large.
night's main event.
Well, real quick, I'm a large man, so I feel you on that. So being such a large guy, like I get real kind of uncomfortable in those positions anyway. But like what I've been doing, and this is just a little tip. So if I'm going, like I had to go grocery shopping by myself the other day, spent way too much money. But I got to do headphones because I can't do all the people around me. Like I have to wear headphones when I go now. It's just
I should try
it
that.
just it's a game changer. And these are like pass through ones, so like I can put them on like a mode that I can still hear the stuff outside of me, but the music too.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
and
ear pods or whatever.
yeah. And these are cheap versions. I'll send you what they are. These are cheaper ones, but
Yeah, do it.
those are the best because then I have that scenario. I can hear everything around me. I'm aware of what's going on, but like a lot of that weird stuff is drowned out that normally would keep me cringing through the whole trip. But anyway, yeah, Saturday night
Yeah.
main event. Let's give the people what they want.
All right. Match number 1 started out Cody Rhodes versus Oba Femi, and I got pumped. Oba looked. Now I've seen Oba with the NXT guys, but Oba with like the new face of the company, which he's already kind of been the face anyway.
Right.
Dude looks huge. Like I already
So,
knew he was
I
huge,
see.
but holy
I
shit!
felt
Next to
differently.
Cody, I was like,
I
dude,
felt so different. I felt like when I saw him next to Cody, I was like, man, he doesn't look that big. Like he's got to change his moveset. He's got to change his thing if he gets to the main roster until the end of the match. Then I felt differently because then when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, never mind. Do your thing.
yeah.
You know?
It was a really good match. He was in full control. Cody didn't know what the hell hit him. That fucking European uppercut on the table. How did
So good.
Cody's ear get busted open? And I never saw the cut.
I,
Was it from
I,
inside or was it the outside of the
looked
ear?
like it looked inside. So
Yeah,
it was, that European uppercut was vicious.
dude.
Vicious. Like,
I'm on the Oba Femi
vicious.
train now. Oh my
I'm
god.
telling you, man, welcome. Welcome. I'm the conductor. It is a beautiful place. We have a good time. Oba Femi the ruler is a badass man, and the end of the match, I'm sure you're gonna get into it. But when those two went eye to eye, I I'm ready for it. I am ready for
Yeah,
that.
all right. So Cody started having a little bit of a comeback at the end. He hit the Cody Cutter, then he hit the Super Cody Cutter, and
Yeah,
both men are down. And all of a sudden, Drew fucking McIntyre, and I knew it was coming because everybody in the crowd all of a sudden all looked to my right, so their left. Everybody.
yeah, yeah.
Drew comes in, ruins it. Technically, I was right about this one because he attacked Cody, and that's a DQ, but we won't count that. We'll just
Right.
call this match a null.
Oh, well, either way, I
Um,
don't think it mattered in the end.
It didn't because it's a null anyway because of the DQ.
Yeah,
But I had said Cody, you had said Obafemi. We had done this
yeah.
through text message. You didn't miss this on the last episode. This was
Right,
just us
right.
because we bet because we have problems.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good
Oba
check.
fucking threw Drew down on his ass, and then him and Cody took care of business, got Drew the hell out of there, and then they shook hands. And
That
they even
and
cheers the titles. And I was like, hey, that is Cody not only showing a sign of respect, but saying, hey, I acknowledge you as a main roster dude.
it's also a turn, right? Because Oba has been essentially a heel on NXT. As heel as NXT gets, he's been a heel, and that I think that's a turn for him, and he's gonna move into a whole different style. That I think that match is gonna do so much for Oba Femi that I mean, the dude's gonna get he's gonna have a rocket strapped to his back, and I'm excited. I told Marissa that I was like, could you imagine an Oba Femi and Braun Breaker schedule for a while? Like that would be incredible. And then I saw him with
Oh,
Drew,
shit.
and I was like, could you
Yeah,
imagine a Drew?
Drew.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, a Drew and Oba Femi? Oh, like so hard hitting. It would be so good. Um, I hope he doesn't get put into that same kind of sphere as Drew, where he's just always spinning and he never gets to
Yeah,
that mountaintop. But somebody has to live there. Somebody does, and Drew's making a good career for
yeah.
himself out of it. So somebody has to be that guy. So maybe Oba will be that guy. But
So I gave it a 3-star, and it's just because of the ending. Like I want to know where this match would
yeah,
have went. So
yeah.
3 out of
And
6
see,
for.
I went 4.5 because I knew that neither one of those dudes could take a loss, and so I was like, you can't have the top champion in either of those situations take an L. So I was okay with the way it ended. I wasn't, but I was. And to see Oba stand toe to toe, eye to eye with Drew freaking McIntyre, um, makes me more excited for Oba coming up and having battles with Braun, with Sheamus, with Drew, with oh goodness, what the
How
hell?
about Ilya
The
Dragunov? He's
Bulgarian
a hard
Brute,
hitting son of a
Ilya
bitch.
Dragunov, the Bulgarian Brute. What the hell? Why am I?
Rusev. Rusev.
Rusev, thank you. Jesus Lord, I apologize, Rusev. But yeah, Rusev and Dragunov and him having some of these, he now looks to me not just like a bruiser, he looks like a real wrestler. Like he looks like somebody who's been doing this, and he was a University of Alabama shot putter 5 years ago, 4 years ago. So yeah, the dude's good. Dude's good.
Well, speaking of somebody else that wasn't a wrestler and became one, Sol Ruka versus Bailey was the second match. I
Yeah.
made Cassie watch this match so intensely because I've been on the Sol Ruka train for quite a while,
Hmm.
but just watching the weekly stuff on NXT like I have been, and the amount of times I turn like my phone and go, Cassie, look, look, it's a gainer,
Yeah.
RKO.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
soul snatcher, but I
Yep.
I didn't know what it was called at
Soul
first,
Snatcher.
but
She does the X Factor. She does. Oh my goodness. I'm
she
in love with
was
Soul
so acrobatic in this match. The amount of and first off, how about that the gymnastic like backflip over the top rope to the outside of the ring
That was
backflip.
insane. That was
Dude,
insane. That was the moment
did
of the
you
night.
see how
That was
close her feet were to the rope before?
yeah,
Like she planted
yeah,
them and jumped out. We're talking
yeah,
inches. That was
yeah.
oh my
It
god,
was
this
insane.
match.
There
So
is only
fucking
one
good.
move. There's one move of the night, and I'll talk about it in the next match that made me cringe as much as that one in a good way. Like I was so nervous for that person, but like that move was wild. That was crazy.
And her back handstands and her hand walking on the apron and in the ring, her reversals are so new. They're new. We've never
Yeah.
seen anything like this.
Yeah, the when she does like the little one hand cartwheel out of different like the rose plant. She cartwheeled out of the rose plant.
Cartwheeled out
Like
of that. She did a
yeah, like
fucking cartwheel on the top rope to get out of a
yeah,
top rope move.
yeah,
Or no, she
yeah,
did the cartwheel on the top rope and then grabbed Bailey's head and DDT'd her out of it. Dude, that was
yeah.
insane.
She's
This
I think she'll
match
be
not
if we
only
won the
delivered.
yeah. Oh, it was good. It was so good.
No, go on with
Oh,
your thought.
I was just gonna say I think the we were talking about Royal Rumble before. She's gonna be the next one to bring back that whole like let's do something crazy athletic to get back into the ring. That's gonna be so Ruka this year. I'll tell you that.
Dude, she was a stunt woman or trying to be a stunt
Yep.
woman, and you know who else was? Chris Statlander. Same
Oh, I forgot about
same
that.
career trajectory, and they both
Yeah.
landed on wrestling. Both saying wrestling's more fun. That's amazing.
She's so good. So good. Where'd you rate it?
I rated it 5.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
see a
did four
single
and a half
blunder
for
in
this one
that
too.
thing. 5 out of 6.
Yeah, I did four and a
And
half too, just because I
Sol
loved it.
Ruka got the
Yeah,
win. Got the
she
win,
did.
and they all fucking shook hands at the end, which basically
Yep.
tells me she's getting the nod to the main roster. She is one of the ones that I reported on last week saying that there's a bunch of NXT people that are about to be called up. If Sol Ruka's not called up, you were she's going to take the
Cool.
whole place by storm. You thought Tiffany Stratton coming up was a big deal. Watch this.
She's way more athletic. I almost I almost expected because I said to Marissa too. I was like, she's moving up after this. There's no way she's ready. But I said I almost expected Zarya to turn on her in that moment to cement the fact that she's leaving.
Yeah,
But
because
that didn't happen.
they would have cemented it for me for sure. Because those two have been, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you,
Right.
on NXT TV. I've been keeping track, man.
Yeah.
I really want them to stay friends though, because I'm a really big fan of Zarya too, dude. She's
I love
a
Zarya.
brute.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
brute.
Her and Jordan Grace, man. And it's like they're not very big. They're not like China big, but they're monsters, in terms of like
Yeah.
just overall strength. But
Oh Jesus, yeah. All right. Third match, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Now, I was probably the most excited about this match,
yep.
just leading up to the show. I was the
Yep.
most
I
excited
predicted
about this
DD.
because I was like, we got AJ Lee, or we got
Yep.
AJ, oh my God, here we
AJ
go.
Lee, I did it to you. I
AJ
did
Styles,
it to you.
Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one
Yeah.
doing it,
I
motherfucker.
did
That's
that
because
to
you
you.
text
Yeah.
AJ Lee is on it. I'm like, what? And it's them two.
I keep
Um,
doing it to you.
Javon Evans and Leon Slater. All four of
Yeah.
these guys are so freaking athletic and so creative in everything they do. I told Cassie, I was like, you better watch this whole thing because if you blink, you're going to miss it. This is going to be insane.
Yeah, the
As
baby
it
was getting
was.
a little fussy. She was getting a little fussy during this match, and I was like, I will DDT you right now if you don't stop. This is the one match I wanted to see. Like, you can fuss all through that John Cena match. I will DDT you if you don't stop. And she was like, DDT? And I was like, yes, that's what's going to happen.
We'll get to
So,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, the amount of spots. Like, this match started off with Leon Slater jumping over the turnbuckle to the outside and then landing on his feet after hitting
That
Dragon
was the
Lee.
second. That was like right before that. Javon Evans did it over the ropes. Like it was.
Yeah, I know.
It's unworldly what these two guys do.
And they're both 21 years old.
21 years old. Like they just got the ability to drink, and they're out there doing this stuff.
Something tells me they're not drinking because they're able to do that shit.
No, if they are, it's Tennessee. I tweeted out. I said, leave it to Javon Evans and Leon Slater to make AJ Styles and Dragon Lee look like normal athletes. Like those two dudes
Yeah.
look normal compared to them, and they're not. They're not normal athletes, but
Well,
they
God,
looked normal compared to those two. It was crazy.
That match was
Was that AJ Styles spot a botch, or was that on purpose?
I've been asking Cassie this the whole time. I was like,
struggling with it.
because
I'm struggling.
I don't know. Because they so quickly moved into the next thing like they already knew.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Or are these two guys just ready? Because like either that was a botch, or I'm sorry, either that was planned, or these two
Yeah.
guys are ready because they move so quick. Like there was a moment in the Bailey Ruka match where they kind of got a little confused, and then she rolled her up. Do you remember that? Like it was kind of like a roll up, oh,
Yep.
what are you doing?
They
And
cleaned it up real
that
quick. They were on it.
they did. They cleaned it
She's
up, but
ready.
that's with Bailey.
She's
That's
ready.
with Bailey in there, and that's with a ready Soul Ruka. This was even more seamless than that, and so I'm kind of like it either had to have been planned or these two dudes are the second coming. I don't know what they're the second coming of, but they are great. If they did that on the fly on a botch, oh my God, these guys are going to be good. Yeah, and even if it was planned, it was a good spot either way. But I'm just saying.
And I do want to bring it up because I forgot to. First match was a wash because of a DQ. We both said Sol Ruka for the second match. We both said AJ and Dragon Lee for the third match. We're tied 2-2.
Yeah.
And the end of the match, man, like first off, hats off to Leon Slater if that was a misstep by AJ Lee. God damn it, AJ Styles. The shit, dude. Those two being together is fucking everybody up, and it's not helping that people are naming their tag team AJ Lee.
I have never been more proud of getting you to do something. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal. Perfect fucking wording.
I didn't even think of that. That was great.
This match was it's one of those matches where, yeah, it wasn't very long. Maybe, what was it, like 10, 11 minutes? But the action was so nonstop, and it was so in your face, and this has so much rewatchability.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a 5-star, dude. Even with the AJ spot, and it's because the AJ spot is so. Was it a miscue or was that planned? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity in that. I would have given it a 5.5 or a 6 if that wasn't in there and I wasn't so confused if that was legit or not. But I'm doctoring because I'm confused and I don't like to be confused. So, but I will say a 5 is a solid score for this. I'm gonna give it a 5 too. But I need to see Javon Evans on the main roster ASAP, and I need WWE to poach Leon Slater for
Leon Slater, yeah.
But he's the X Division champion. He's not going anywhere for a while.
Not for a little bit. But we were saying that about Joe Hendry being the TNA champion, and where's he now?
Right.
We don't know anything. Dude,
like
these guys' relationship, WWE and TNA's relationship, dude, they might just be breaking contracts going, all right, you take them, but we want that person. They might be doing trades like the NFL, dude, here pretty quick.
Which would be dope. But the X Division championship, if I've heard correctly, is like what? That's essentially the Money in the Bank, right? Like you win that and you get a title shot.
I don't know.
I'll double check.
I was never huge into TNA, but I think it is something like that. I know they have something there that is their Money in the Bank. So maybe that
I think it's the X Division
championship. Yeah, can't you cash in the X Division championship for
a title shot? Yeah.
Shit.
And so to me that says he's going to be. I think he's going to be the fate with Hendry gone. I think he's going to be the guy that they lean on to kind of hold down the fort at TNA for a while. But I do think he'll be in things like the Royal Rumble and these kind of stuff.
Well, shit, Hendry's still showing up over there. I mean, him and Jeff Hardy sang that song after Joe Hendry signed with WWE, and that was in TNA.
That's true. Yeah.
This relationship, dude, I'm loving this WWE TNA relationship. I am really loving it.
I love it. I just hope it stays. I hope it becomes more even at some point. But right now, it's fine. It's fine. But I hope it becomes a little bit more like we see. I know it'll never happen, but I want to see an NXT champion in TNA. I want Santana to win the North American Championship or something.
That'd be awesome.
Or the Speed Championship or whatever. I just want to see a WWE title being represented on TNA, and then I know it's a real partnership. But until then, it's kind of just another minor league. It's like the AAA to NXT's AA.
Yeah.
or vice
Yeah.
versa, however you want to put it. You know, maybe NXT's AAA and TNA's AA. I don't know, but it's just another league.
All right, main event. John Cena's last match, and no, I didn't cry, but Cassie did a lot.
Well, we
Cassie
had
cried
kind
a
of
lot.
a middle match in there. We had Miz got his match.
Oh
Miz
yeah,
got
Miz did get his match, and we got Joe Hendry and R-Truth to show up, and that was fun.
yeah, that was fun. I really
R-Truth
enjoyed
played
that. That
ref.
was yeah.
That was
To
fun.
see to say the
And
name
Miz was
Joe
wearing
Hendry.
his 2011 gear. Did you notice that? He
Yes,
was
I
wearing
did.
his
Yeah,
2011 gear, his 2011 jacket, his 2011 trunks. That was awesome.
I
I think
was
it's
very happy.
2010, actually. 2010.
Whatever one he mentioned it. He said this is what I won the championship in. But when they said Joe Hendry's name and he was there, I was like, this is the only thing that would have been better is if Mr. Iguana was there. But that was it, man. I had a really good time. That was fun. So all right, let's
That
go to
was
the main event.
fun.
I was
How
wanting to
about the
touch on it.
poses that R-Truth and Hendry did with each other? Those are
It was
great.
great. It was great, and I hope they get to work more together. I think they're a good team. I think they would work
Dude,
really well.
Cassie
And
and
again,
Cece both were doing the
yep.
waving your hands, and Cece loves that.
And
Cece loves
again,
Joe Hendry.
you bring somebody like a Mr. Iguana in on some of those comedy sketches, and it's going to be good. It'll be really, really good. And you got three companies represented essentially, so
Oh hell yeah, Mystery Iguana is so fucking funny, dude. My God,
I love him.
he's
But
so
I love when he
creative.
turns the switch. When they
Yes,
when the other day when they threw the iguana out of the ring and that switch flipped on Mr. Iguana, that's what I want to see more of. I want to see
yeah.
more of like this dude's a legit badass because you messed with Mr. We messed with the iguana,
It's like
and I
it's
want to
like
see
that
that. Yeah,
mankind switch. Remember
yes,
that
yes,
mankind switch?
this switch.
Yes,
Oh, I want to
I
see it.
like that.
So anyway, sorry, go ahead. We're having
All right,
fun. We're having fun.
of course we are. Main event: John Cena's last match versus Gunther. Obviously, Gunther comes out first to boos, and everybody's booing because the internet wrestling community didn't want Gunther, and me and you both called it was going to be Gunther
Yeah.
about 3 months ago now. It was like
Can I just
three
say
months
really
ago
quick?
we said that it was going to be him.
Can I just say really quick? Before
Yeah,
I forget, I was shocked that well, kind of, that Cody had Oba come out second. Um,
yeah, that was cool. That was
that
cool of
was
him.
cool because
But it
sure,
kind
yeah,
of
you
built that
started the show,
ambiance of it built that though. Like you had that
yeah,
feeling, and Oba's fucking entrance that
that walk,
dude, that gets me
yeah.
into it so
Oh,
much.
but
Dude,
it
backs
reminds
me
me
up.
of it's Black Panther. It's the one group that God, I'm struggling right now to remember things, but they're ooh ah, the group and
Yeah.
you've seen Black Panther, the group where
Yeah,
he
I
went
watched
to
that
afterwards.
straightforward instead of making phone calls.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were watching that back then. But the Jakari tribe. It's kind of
Yeah,
that same little the walk and
yeah.
I was wondering how are they going to translate that to uh, WWE because a lot of times, or to the main roster, because a lot of times those walks are so much further. How is he going to be able to get that thing going? And that was a far walk he had to do, and it worked.
It's a far
So hey,
walk, but the crowd all knew who he was, and that should tell
on
you
beat,
right
yeah,
then and there. That's
yeah. Sorry,
19,000 people
we're we're
who
standing
were
over Oba
ready
too
for
hard.
this.
We're
Didn't come
standing
out
over
and
Oba too
like
hard.
800 people were going, doing the chant.
Oba,
It was
Oba,
all
yeah, yeah.
19,000.
It was crazy. That was
So
crazy. But anyway, yeah. Gunther coming out first. I was just shocked that Cody let Oba. I don't know that that's how it worked, but that it was okay that Oba came out second on that one. That was cool.
I
Sorry,
liked
go
it.
ahead. Yeah,
And then we get this little package again. They filled this whole night with so many John Cena packages and so many. Look at
yeah,
he did this many Make a Wishes. Look at he
yeah,
did this for this wrestler. Look at here's John Cena giving knuckles to Finn Balor. Look at here's John Cena high fiving CM Punk in 2011. Shit like that.
yeah,
They did all of it. Here's Cena and The Rock hugging after they hated each other for an entire year, and then they had the match, and they're like, "Hey, you're not such a bad guy. You either, buddy." They
yeah,
did the whole thing, but I teared up, and you could tell Cena really took his time to get to the ring. You know, he looked to the left, he looked to the right, he went over to the left, he went over to the right. He talked to Stu. He did the whole 9 yards because he knew it was going to be his last time. And I loved it.
Yeah.
He ran down, he jumps into the ring. Let's go to work one last time. He said that to Stu, and I fucking, dude, that one got me in the throat. Like, I felt my Adam's apple go all the way up to, like, my jaw, and I was like, don't cry. Your wife is right there, and it's not going to be attractive. But then I look over, and she's like, oh, last time with Stu. And I was like, fuck, okay, maybe I can cry. I'm still not gonna.
I did text my brother. I text my brother who, I mean, I was a Rock guy my whole life. The Rock was my GOAT. He was a John Cena fanatic as a kid.
Yep.
And so I texted him and I was like, this is it. This is the last time. He actually ended up texting me back last night after I fell asleep because, he's young. And he lives in Houston. So, but yeah.
Texas?
Yeah, he lives in Houston, Texas. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I messaged him real quick, but yeah, it was emotional. It was emotional for me, and I miss the John Cena era. I missed most of that run. I saw the very beginning of it. Ruthless Aggression. I was a part of that for sure. But
you missed all the bad parts when everybody was yelling Cena can't wrestle and everything. You missed those parts.
I had rapping Cena. I was rapping Cena. So that's why, like, to me, he was never elevated to that upper echelon because he hadn't gotten there yet when I stopped watching. And so, but yeah, it still was emotional for me because I knew what it meant to so many people out there, and I knew what it meant to a whole generation of wrestling fans. Your son, my brother, to just a whole generation of wrestling fans who absolutely idolize and loves this guy. And I don't mean idolize in a negative way. I'm saying just they looked up to him the same way I looked up to The Rock, and they just wanted to be him. And he has been legitimately a good human being.
100%.
So many different people. So yeah, it was emotional. It was an emotional entrance.
Like I said,
the thing is always great. So
when Cena turned heel, my kid went up. And he got all 3 of his John Cena shirts. He got all 4 of his John Cena action figures. He got his freaking John Cena headband. The whole 9 yards. Everything he has that has John Cena on it. And he had it in his hands like this, and he was walking to the kitchen fucking crying. And I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm throwing it away. Like, that's the impact that that dude had on my kid.
I mean, it's real out here, man.
He's not actually a bad guy. I told you already. It's a show. He's still Peacemaker, I promise. It's like
where he's actually a bad guy.
And then when Cena turned face again, this little smug ass looks at me and goes, "Told you he was a good guy." I was like, "You guys throwing stuff away."
That's my
boy. What are you talking about?
That's my boy. Way to go, bud.
Oh my god! But anyway, so this match, Cena starts off pretty hot, but then it's all Gunther. Now I'm gonna say this, and I don't want it to sound negative. I don't want any of this to sound negative. 7 clotheslines? Do we need 7 clotheslines in a row? Ask him if he's going to quit. Clothesline. Ask him if he's going to quit. Clothesline. Okay.
I think we
got the 5 moves of doom. Story. Great. And he reiterated those 5 moves of doom by hitting the 5-knuckle shuffle 3 times.
Yep.
And then we had the attitude adjustment through the table, which I knew Gunther was going through while Cassie was watching him set because Gunther was the one setting the steps up. I was like, you're the one going through that.
You set it up,
table.
You take it. Yeah, you set it up, you take it. That's true.
I didn't want to ruin it for Cassie, so I didn't say it, but I watched it going.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Don't say it out loud. I didn't either. But you set it up. Well, I have said before, you set it up, you take it. And so, I just really quick. I do think we did need the clotheslines because I think it told the story of I'm gonna make him quit. I'm going to
beating him down.
And he did get beat down by Brock Lesnar. So I think this did 2 things. It did 1, it said I'm gonna make him quit. 2, I'm better than Brock Lesnar. And I think that sets up something if they ever want to make it, like a bigger thing. I need to be in that same category. I need to be in that same world. but also it was like, I didn't lose to
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar. I didn't lose to you like I did to Brock Lesnar, where he.
I mean, well, put it this way:
but
Cena buried the lead that Lesnar's retiring after SummerSlam Minnesota. He buried the lead on CGV. Yeah, he buried the lead, and that's the show that we're planning on going to this year. By the way,
Yeah,
I live in Minnesota. If anybody didn't know, SummerSlam. Yeah, we don't know what night yet. We can't afford to go to both, but we're gonna pick one.
Let's
allegedly,
talk more about that. I think we want to. Let's talk more about that. You and I.
Yeah. Anyway, so then we got, and this was where I popped. Cena hasn't done this for like 8 years. Got up on the top rope, maybe not 8, probably less, like 5 or 4. We got up on the top rope and did the famouser. His famouser when somebody's bent over, he jumps from the top rope.
Yeah.
I popped so hard because Cassie looked at me and she goes, "You said he doesn't do that anymore." And I went, "He doesn't." So I got jacked.
I was so glad they played it because I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, it's been forever. And then, we get into Cena hitting the AA again. And I'm going to tell you right now, Gunther, start timing the ref, because when you open your eyes and look at the ref, I know you're fucking kicking out. And you did it every time. And I hated it because I told Cassie, 1, he's kicking out. 1, he's going to kick out. He's watching the ref. Stop doing it. The greats like Punk, like fucking dude. There's so many people. Austin, there are so many guys. Rock. Don't look at the ref. Taker. Don't look at the ref. You're burying the fucking lead.
Unfortunately, the refs in Gunther's era have not been as reliable as the refs in the Attitude Era, because I think that's why he does that, is because they have not been very consistent on this, and they have.
Well, if you didn't know, there was a time where the refs were actually getting a bonus for counting to 3 and ending a match early when somebody was supposed to kick out. You're giving an incentive to fuck a whole match up.
And
that's gone now. That doesn't exist anymore. So we should not be watching refs anymore.
Well, but then you have those refs who have screwed up those counts more in recent weeks, and
there's been a few. There's been a couple.
I think that there's in this moment, in this situation, you cannot screw this up because there are no more opportunities here. And so I think that's what led him to be, because I don't think he's that sloppy normally. I think he's pretty.
No, he usually isn't, but he was so fucking vigilant to the point of where he was burying the lead, and I didn't like it.
You had to be, though. You had to be. I don't blame him for it. I don't blame him because this is such a big moment.
Granted, I'm watching this on 105 inches, by the way, so I'm sure for other people it wasn't as noticeable, but dude, I have a movie screen in my living room, so I'm watching it on that going, look at his pupils. His pupils are the size of a basketball right now. So, okay, I'll give you that, okay, because I'm watching on something huge. So maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just a me thing. Either way, so then we have what I thought, and it's honestly what I hated the most about the entire match, was the final sleeper hold that was broken, brought back, broken, brought back, broken, brought back. And I get it. That's great. The end part is what I didn't agree with. I personally think Cena should have passed out and not quit, because then he didn't quit. And then everybody can be like, he never quit. And that could live on forever. But Cena smiles. Yeah. He smiles. And he does the lightest tap I've ever seen anybody tap out in my life. And I get the message he was trying to tell everybody is, listen, I can't do this anymore. I love you. I did this for so long, but now I quit. And he moved it forward. He paid it forward. He paid it forward for Gunther. He did. Gunther is now the new legend killer that I called was going to happen fucking 5 weeks ago. I called it.
I wish they would have said that.
I guarantee he's going to retire AJ Styles too. Mark my words.
Yeah, I wish they would have just said legend killer, and they didn't. But they said career killer. Um, here's the thing. First of all, I really like the visuals. I really like the Gunther standing up behind uh, uh, John, and then wrapping him up in that final one. And I also think that what you saw in his eyes, I think this is just me personally. What I think John Cena was trying to convey to us was acceptance. Was I accept my fate. This is it. I've got nothing left. And he said it. I've got nothing. I've given you all. I've got nothing left to give.
Yeah,
And he just
this.
said, you know what? Yeah, and he said it. I said, I've got nothing left. And when he did the tap, it was one of those moments. I don't. First of all, I don't think Gunther knew that was going to happen. I really, truly do not think he knew that was going to happen based on his reaction. But when he did that tap, go back and watch it. Gunther was shook. He was like, "Did he tap? Did he tap?" And the
I
ref had
did
to tell
see him
Gunther multiple
talk to the
times,
ref and
"Yes,
said he tapped. He tapped.
yeah,
Maybe the plan
multiple
was for him
times."
to pass out, and Cena tapped.
And it was one of those moments where you looked and see in his eyes, and and for me, I felt like I was like, I get you, I get it, because there's those times when you're just like, I've got nothing left, I gotta tap out, I gotta tap out, and I
Yeah.
think it was a really good moment. It was hard for a lot of fans who had to watch the person who never gives up, but they've been building to this. He's been saying my whole life is never give up. He's just never give up, never give up, never give up, never give up, and then to have that moment, it was almost like I'm gonna go back to the Avengers here for a second. It was almost like a Thanos snap moment when you had to watch some of your favorite people of all time disappear, and they just had that face on them that they were like, it was acceptance. It was like, this is my fate. And I think what he did was he made it okay. And this is gonna be morbid for a minute, right? Like, this dude
Hmm.
has done so many make-a-wish situations, and he has had to work with some of these children who do not have an outlook. Like, this is it. They have
No.
to accept their fate. And to accept your fate is not giving up. To realize when your time to tap out is your time to tap out is not giving up. You have fought so hard, and you fought through every single thing you've ever fought through. That's what I saw in his eyes. I saw in his eyes somebody who has fought through everything he could fight through. He has given everything he can give. And now he realizes that this man is better than me. I need to give up. And that was, to me, and again, this is a non-Cena, lifer who's looking from the outside, who's just looking in on this and getting to
Yeah.
peer in on it with all of these Cena lifers, and saying, "Damn, I felt that. I felt that moment. It was different for me. I
Oh.
don't know. I felt it. It was it
I
was it
rated
was
the
good.
show,
It was good.
or I rated the match 4.5.
Oh, see, I went five. I went five on
That's
this one
fine.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just again, I
Um,
felt I felt the emotion he was trying to convey there. I really did. So I hope he was trying to convey.
that's what I think he was trying to do. I think he was. I didn't want him to give up, and I think that's just me and every other fan that wanted that
Yeah.
"don't give up" to live on. But I think it still will. It
But
still
at
will.
some point, everybody has to give up. At some point, everybody has to give up, and I think
I
that's
don't
what he
even
was
think it's
trying to
giving
say.
up. I think it's accepting that you lost. It's
Accepting,
not
yeah,
giving up.
yeah, yeah. At some point, you give in. I'll say this: at some point, everybody has to give in. I don't want to say give
Yeah.
up either, but I'll say that at some point, you just have to give in to the reality of the fact that this is not what you're doing anymore. This is it. This is the end. And in some cases, it's much more tragic than in other cases. But in all situations, at some point, this is the last time you talk to this person. This is the last time you play this game. This is the last time at some point, there's going to be a last time for everything. And I think he put all of that into one emotion, and he's really, really, really good at it. He was really good at it. So,
The after party, everybody coming out, which he was not prepared
yeah.
for, which was really cool because he went to go bow at the stage and there was already people coming out.
Yeah,
The
his face. It
booze
was crazy.
that Triple H got. The
Oh,
booze. And I'm telling you, this was Cena's call. This was not a
yep,
Triple H call. This was Cena's call. I
yeah,
loved the part where Cody and Punk gave their belts
yep,
to John, and they both took a
yep,
knee. Let John, and he
yep,
got the crowd back too, because if you watch Cena's mouth, he goes, "This isn't going to work." And Punk actually, you can read his lips too. He said, "You paid it forward. You did the right thing," is what he said to Cena. He got the crowd back with the belts, and it was great until until Cena went and hugged Triple H, and then the boos came back. But then we got that package at the end, and here's the part out of that entire package. Who did they put on that package? He might not have been there. He might have been there. I bet he was there somewhere, not on camera.
Vince.
Vince?
Yeah, we talked. Marissa brought that
Vince
up.
popped up on there.
Yeah.
And I looked at Cassie, and I'm welling up, and Cassie's already fucking, like a relative died, fucking crying, and I went, even Vince was on there. They let him be on there, and it was great. I'm glad that they did that. Yep. And I think that was Triple H going, I'm just going to edit this in right here, click, enter, because TK was probably like, no. He's like, well, I'm going to put a little blurb in anyway.
There was no way he could be on camera, but what they did was perfect for it. There was no way he could be on camera.
That was excellent.
Yeah, outside of the tap moment, the moment that got me was watching him walk down that long ass hallway, and I knew at that moment that they built that hallway for that shot, because that little walkway into him leaving. It was such a long walk. The ramp, yeah.
The ramp,
but it was just such a long walk from where the ramp cut off from the crowd, where he was by himself. It was so long, and I felt like that had to have been on purpose. But yeah, what was the show overall? Is that where we were going?
He turns around, and you can hear him say it. It was a pleasure serving you all those years, and he saluted the camera, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah. And then had to walk, just walk and walk, but it was a good moment. It was a good shot. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It was awesome.
All right, what'd you put
I gave the entire Saturday night's main event a 4.5.
I gave it a Cena bump for a 5. I gave 5 moves of doom.
Cena bump for a 5.
Knuckle shuffle. I got to give it a Cena bump for a 5.
I think, like Sam Roberts said, people are going to be upset about this match. People are going to look back on this match for a little bit, but Gunther is going to be remembered the same way that Brock Lesnar is remembered for ending the streak.
Yep.
A scary human being.
This is a streak moment.
And
for sure.
Cena, could you really even tarnish his career? Even if they blundered the entire farewell tour, I don't think you could.
No, and I don't think they blundered it.
I don't think they did either, but I'm saying they could have fucked the whole thing up, and Cena's career is still intact because it's John Cena.
Yeah, I think first of all, Triple H did an amazing thing putting that heat on him and not on John Cena. And I think that's how leaders lead, guys. That's how leaders lead. But I think that John Cena got to do everything John Cena wanted. Maybe we didn't like the way that it played out creatively. But John Cena got to do everything that John Cena wanted. John Cena became a Grand Slam champion. John Cena got to wrestle most of the
ones that are in the company still, or wrestle with, as a partner.
Right.
For the others, Ray and Sheamus.
He got to have that heel turn, which didn't work out. But I also think that it didn't work out in the best way possible, but I don't blame him for it not working out. I blame The Rock. And I will have some animosity to The Rock. And the crazy thing is,
Travis Scott. Travis Scott has a big fucking part of that.
Yeah, and Travis Scott. And I'm a Rock guy, and I will always be a Rock guy. But I do blame him for ruining John Cena's last run.
Because he could have been there.
Until I'm told different, and I still thought, I kept saying, as everything was happening, up until they all came out, and even when they all came out, every couple of minutes I'd go, if you smell, Marissa's like, stop. And I was like, it'd be great. What if he came back and he was like, no, you got one more. We're doing this at WrestleMania. But, it didn't happen. They let him go. They let him go on his sword. They let him go out the way he wanted to go. And to that, you have to be grateful if I'm John Cena. But at the same time, he doesn't know the wrestling business anything at all. So.
No. You want to hit him with the socials? Because I'm going to piss my pants.
Yeah, I gotta go too, and we missed that last week. Last week I left it in. Kayfabe marks on everything. Kayfabe.marks
We've got everything.
on most stuff. Kayfabe.marks on everything. We love you guys. Just like with what we're saying about John Cena, guys. Never give up is not meaning that it is a bad thing to feel like you want to give up. Never give up is the thing in your heart that says I can get through anything and I'm gonna push through it all. But it also doesn't mean you have to do it alone, right? You don't have to do shit alone. Reach out to the people that care about you. Reach out to us if you have something that you need to talk about. We care about you. If nobody else cares about you in your life, we care about you in your life. We love you. We can't we couldn't do this without you guys having being able to listen to us. And so kayfabe.marks on Twitter, kayfabe.marks on no, what's the other one? Spotify, kayfabe.marks podcast on a couple of the other ones. If you look up kayfabe marks podcast, you'll see us. There's a link tree. We put it in all of our stuff. There he is. There he is. But I was just
And
letting him know. Yep. Go ahead.
don't forget to check out my wife's podcast,
Yeah.
True Crime on Tap. We just did an episode last night about Plum Island, and if anybody doesn't know anything about Plum Island, that's some dirty birdie stuff by your
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Wonderful government. So I would check that out.
All right, guys. We love you. And again, never give up doesn't mean you got to do it alone. Never give up doesn't mean it's not hard. Never give up means you push through everything you can push through. You lean on the people you got to lean on, but you give every single thing you got to whatever you can give it to. That's what never give up means. So we love you. We care about you. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for 1 year.